Welcome back. We're in the middle of a speed reading test. Our psychics have to get as many direct hits as they can within a set time. And we're looking for a clear statement of fact about strangers from the audience. I have to point out they are strangers. Next up, Jason Betts.
The speed reading's going to be tough because my forte is Reiki. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to read the energy, and each different colour will mean a different thing. And then I'll have to interpret that and try and make that as direct and as accurate as possible. I sense a lot of pain in your body. I get energy around your hips. Do you have arthritis in your hips? No. There is a lung problem because I feel that you can't breathe properly at the moment.
Yes, sure.
There is brown around your hands so that you are either knitting or using tools with your hands every day.
Not really, no.
No? Okay. Thank you very much. I'll just move on to the next person.
Yeah.
You've got an amazing, powerful energy field. I feel that your life has changed just recently. You've taken up a new form of sport.
No.
No? There's a lot of red energy along your legs, but it may be just recently that you've taken up dancing.
No.
No? Okay. I see green energy on the side, so it feels like you're looking at new ideas in life. Have you started reading a new topic?
Something new, yeah.
Something new? Great, thank you. I'll just take the next one. I feel that you've got maroon around the side, so I get that you're a musical instrument player.
I sing.
I can see that you've had a lot of heartache, and maybe a year or two ago, but there was a time where just recently that you were very depressed.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Have a good time?
Probably the biggest thing that he said was that a year or two back you had a bout of depression, which has hit the nail on the head, so...
Disappointed. Yeah. I think I was expecting more accuracy.
I can say what the energy looks like, I can say how it's moving, what colour it is, but I cannot tell you exactly what it's for, but I can make an educated guess. And today my guessing ability was just not on the ball to start with.
I'm really looking forward to this challenge. One of my gifts and talents that I have learned over the years is to speed read. So I'm going to give as much information as I can with each validation the Spirit gives me, because I want my 5 direct hits in less than a minute. I'd like to connect to you. The first thing I'm feeling around you is you have a mother figure who passed with cancer.
No, she hasn't.
She hasn't passed?
She has passed now.
She has passed, but not with cancer. Okay, so you have a mother figure in spirit. She's telling me too that there are 3 children. She's also saying there's a birthday now with one of the kids, one of your brothers or sisters. Your mother liked to dance when she was younger. Your mum wore glasses. She has glasses on her face.
Yes.
Okay. She was fairer than you were, or kept her hair fairer than you.
Yes.
I feel that there is a Betty as well.
Yes.
In spirit.
No.
She's here in life.
Yes.
This is very nerve-wracking. I'm seeing a train, and I feel a train is specific to you for someone in your spirit world that was a train driver or worked on the railroads.
No.
Do you understand the train connection in connection with a father-in-law or a mother-in-law?
The train connection, not the passed over.
She's talking about the train connection, but she's not giving me any more information with that. I also have one more name for you, but I want to say the name Wendy as being specific to you.
I worked for the railway, so it was nothing to do with anybody that had passed over, so she was adding the 2 together. Instead of just saying the train connection, I actually just worked for the railway.
Probably the one person we haven't seen nerves get the better of. What about for the judges? A factor there?
In the rules, we have to have direct hits. We have to have things that are not negotiable, really. Tonight, maybe the nerves, got the better of you, but there was a lot of information, but the direct hits, there was 4.
I personally would have thought there would have been a few more, but, this is the game, and that's the rules.
That's a good challenge for our psychics. The final tally was this. Ezio had 7, Amanda was 6, Charmaine had 4, Shay had 4, and Jason was at the bottom with 3. But now, our psychics are going to try and communicate with a character who is very familiar to all of us. You would think we've heard just about everything there was to know about Ned Kelly. But after 120 years of books, films and newspaper stories, one question remains unanswered.
I think many Australians would probably be quite surprised to find out that for most of the last 130 odd years, we really didn't know where Ned Kelly's remains were buried. He was hanged in 1880 at Old Melbourne Jail. In 1929, his body and many others were dug up and then transported here to Pentridge Jail. There was an archaeological dig earlier this year, and we think we may have found the burial site of Ned Kelly. The information is not widely known, and if psychics can identify that spot that we believe is Ned Kelly's final resting place, we can only be very impressed.
So here is the challenge. As you saw, archaeologists have found bones moved from Old Melbourne Jail to Pentridge, and that was in the 1920s. Now, records say they included Ned's remains, but did they? We know Ned's skeleton wasn't left intact, and even forensic science is struggling to find a definitive answer. So can our psychics help confirm whether or not this really was the final resting place for Ned Kelly?
Today we're using psychic power to answer questions about an Australian legend.
This challenge demands a combination of psychic skills.
Psychometry, as we stand close to Ned Kelly's armour to connect with him.
Mediumship, as we reach out to him in the place where he lived and died.
And remote viewing as we attempt to locate the exact position where his bones might have been buried.
We're in the State Library of Victoria, and we are trying to get an initial impression of Ned Kelly. I think this process will be helpful because it enables us to get a real handle on Ned Kelly, the type of person he was, the type of feelings that he had. So in that way it has a very real application.
I get that in the last moments of him holding this gun, all he could think was, it was not meant to be like this. I was not meant to be doing this now. Where did it go wrong?
I feel a very, very strong connection to him.
I think he kept a lot to himself. I feel a quietness about him. A lot of, regret in a lot of ways too, like a stubborn regret.
I keep hearing, it only hurt for the first 3. After that, he didn't feel it anymore.
I think that the way that I'm going to find the grave is to hone into the energy of the injustice of it. Because for me, that's at the core of the issue. It's an injustice issue, and it has not been resolved.
It's interesting, and it gets better, because when we come back, our psychics go to the very place where Ned Kelly drew his last breath. That's the gallows at Old Melbourne Jail, and our psychics will attempt to communicate with Ned Kelly himself. That's next. You're watching The One.
Oh, this is monumental.
I feel like it's in this area here.
You were absolutely spot on, that he became iconic.
Oh no! Not